Well, now among the types of questions, we learned yes or no question, WH question, and alternative question. Now we are going to see tag questions or question tags. I already told you uh, only by name it is a question. It is a confirmation. When you use some sentence just to confirm yourself, you can use question tag, right? A tag question is a short question form added at the end of a declarative or an imperative sentence. It is generally used to draw the attention of the listener to the sentence and to seek confirmation. Sometimes they are used to encourage a reply from the person who is spoken to. Tag questions are commonly used in conversations and not usually in formal English. So, most of the people use the word isn't it in the end of the statement just for giving confirmation. The question tag always begins with an auxiliary verb or a modal verb. Question tags are formed with the same auxiliary or modal verb found in the main part of the sentence. So it may vary. So it may be different for each sentence. Sentence to sentence, it may be different. For example, if you say he is a student, isn't he? So is used in that sentence. So we are using the negative of it, isn't, and instead of the student we are using the pronoun he, isn't he. If it is a female, we can use she, that's all. So we will be using only the helping verb or modal verb, helping verbs. The subject of the question tag is a personal pronoun. So personal pronoun in the sense you can remember the seven personal pronouns: I, we, you, he, she, it, they. I repeat: I, we, you, he, she, it, they. So we have to use only these seven pronouns. You can select any one which is suitable for that sentence and you can use it in the question tag. Except there, suppose the sentence is beginning with there, there. In the question tag also we have to use the word there. Instead of the pronoun, we have to use there. If a sentence is begin with one, O-N-E, then one should be punctual. Shouldn't one. Shouldn't one. Not shouldn't he or she. If the sentence is beginning with one, we have to use only one in the question tag. And if the sentence is beginning with there are a few friends for me. So aren't there, aren't, not they, aren't there. Okay. Which is a substitute for the subject of the statement. The pronoun should agree with the number. Number in the sense singular or plural. So if the subject is in singular, we have to use the singular verb. If the subject is in plural, we have to use the plural verb. The gender, whether it is male or female, based on that we have to use the pronoun. So if it is a male, we will be using he. If it is female, we will be using she, etc. And person of the subject of the statement. The negative adverb not is always used in the contracted form. Contracted in the sense short form. For example, uh, is not can be written as isn't, or not can be written as aren't, isn't, wasn't, aren't, weren't, hasn't, haven't, not have not. In the question tag, we have to use the contract form of not. Hadn't, so had n apostrophe t. That is only contract form. Doesn't, don't, didn't, won't, shan't, shall not. Instead of shall not, we will be using shan't. Can't, wouldn't, shouldn't, couldn't, mustn't, needn't, oughtn't, daren't, etc. If the statement is in the affirmative, affirmative means positive. If the statement is written in positive, the tag it takes is usually negative. So if the statement is given in positive, then we have to use the negative tag. By using the contract form of not, we have to use. If the statement is negative, the tag it takes is positive. So Mr. Ranjit is a great scholar. It is a positive affirmative sentence. Isn't he? So is negative, isn't. And instead of Mr. Ranjit, we are using the personal pronoun he. As it is male, singular, we are using he. You can complete this project in a week. Can't you? So can contract the opposite for that negative is can't. And you already the personal pronoun is given, the same thing we can use. Ahalya. Ahalya will never accept your proposal, will she? Never also equal to not. If the main part of the sentence does not have an auxiliary verb or a modal verb, the question tag is formed with the appropriate form of do based on the tense of the main verb and the number of the subject. So, do in the sense do, does, did. They are do forms. And when we have to use the do forms, when we have to do, does, or did, if there is no helping verb given in the statement. If in the statement they used only the main verb, then we can use do, does, or did based on the tense and the subject. Mahati sings very well, doesn't she? How you got this word does? Sings, that is the main verb. That yes form is given, so does form, does plus sing. So the negative for does is doesn't. Doesn't she? So present tense singular subject is used. These girls sing very well. So he sing in the sense we have to separate into do plus sing. The main verb can be split into do plus sing. So don't they? So present tense and the plural form, plural subject is used. Mahati sang very well yesterday. Sang is the past tense for sing. So sang past tense. So we are using the helping verb do form did. Did negative, didn't she. So when we have to use the do form, if helping verb is not given, then we can use the do forms. Do, does, did. These girls sang very well. For that also we will be using didn't, but the subject is plural, these girls. So we are using the pronoun they. The subject hidden in an imperative sentence is always you, and so the subject of the question tag is also you. Suppose imperative sentence, if any command or if any request is given, that is imperative sentence. If command or request order, that is imperative sentence. You is the subject. So suppose you say the sentence stand up, that means you stand up. So we will be using the second person you as the subject of imperative. So we need not mention in the sentence, but in the question tag we have to mention it. Imperative sentence that express a polite request, obligation, suggestion, invitation, impatience, warning, etc. Take will or would as verbs in the question tag. Please bring me a glass of water. So it is example for a request or imperative sentence. Polite request, so we can use would you. So most of the time for the imperative sentence we will be using will you. And if it is polite request, we can use would you also. Always follow the traffic rules, would you. So in my opinion, will you also write. Join us for lunch tomorrow, will you. Invitation. Don't ever meddle with my papers. Don't ever. So it is beginning with the verb. So always imperative sentence begins with the verb. Don't ever meddle with my papers, will you. The pronoun they is used if the subject of the sentence refers to people or animals or things in plural. The young should learn to take up responsibilities, shouldn't they? The young in the sense overall, all the young people. So shouldn't they? The toys in the box are not new, are they? Why we are using the positive tag here, are not, negative sentence is given, and are they. For non-living thing also we can use they. Though the subject someone, somebody, anyone, anybody, no one, nobody, everything, everyone, and everybody are singular in meaning, the pronoun they is used in the question tag. So remember very clearly. So by looking at this word someone, somebody, no one, everyone, etc., we always use the singular verb. So it is considered as singular, but only in question tag we have to use the pronoun they. So the verb also automatically plural form of the verb will be used. Plural form will be used. Nobody has arrived yet. Nobody has arrived. By looking at has, we will be tempted to use hasn't, but actually nobody is the subject, so we have to use the plural form have. Have they. Nobody, no is negative. Nobody, so we are using the positive tag have they. The plural form is used here. We have to use only plural form in the question tag. Everyone will attend the party. Won't they? Will negative won't, and instead of everyone we are using they, not he or she. We have to use the plural form they. So remember, after that statement we use comma and we begin the next word won't with a small letter. So question tag should be in small letter and end with a question mark. That is the format. The pronoun it is used in the question tag when the subject of the statement is a thing or an animal in singular form. If an animal, to denote animal, a dog, a cat, etc., or a thing, a table, a chair, for that singular form, it is used. Something, anything, or nothing, for that also we can use it. This or that, for that also we can use it in the question tag. Remember, each point is very important. So you can pause and see those words, sentences, etc. wherever necessary. The peacock is the national bird of India. Peacock is name of a bird. So isn't it? Isn't it? The blue frog was more expensive than the pink one, wasn't it? Something has gone wrong in the circuit, hasn't it? This is not your dad's car, is it? When the statements begin with there, the same is used as the subject of the question tags too. So we will be mostly we are using I, we, you, he, she, it, they. These 7 pronouns in the question tag. When the sentence is beginning with there, we have to use there in the question tag. So there is not much time left, is there? There was a pond beside the temple, wasn't there? So not wasn't they, wasn't there. The words hardly, scarcely, rarely, barely, and seldom are considered as negatives and therefore take positive question tags. So not only not, never, no, the adverb like hardly, scarcely, rarely, barely, and seldom are used for negative sentences. So he seldom comes in the sense he never comes. So it is also negative. We have to use the positive tag. For example, we rarely visit our native town. It is almost like we never visit our native town. So we are using the positive tag do we. Do we. So visit, we split into do plus visit, and we are not using the negative because rarely is the negative word. We are using the positive tag do, and the subject is we. Ajit seldom speaks in English. Does he? So speaks, does plus speak. We are using the positive tag does he. Statements having a little or a few are positive and therefore they take a negative tag. Remember, if you say I have few friends and if you say I have a few friends, totally different. The meaning is just opposite, I can say, because a few is the positive. If I use the sentence I have a few friend, in the sense I have a few friend in the class, okay. So that is a positive statement. If I use the sentence I have few friends in my class, in the sense I don't have any friend in my class, that will be the meaning if you don't use the article yeah in front of few. So statements having little or few are negative and therefore take a positive tag. Example, a few germs can be viewed through the microscope, can't they? Can't they? So can, negative can't, and germs, for germs we are using the pronoun they. Little do your parents know about this problem. Here the word little is used, not a little, so we have to use the positive tag. That is a negative word little, so we have to use the positive tag do they. the appropriate form of be is used. Be in the sense helping verbs, auxiliary verbs. Example, am, is, or, was, were, will be, shall be, etc. The appropriate form of be is used if the statement contains a be verb. The be forms is, or, was, were are repeated in the tag. The verb am in the statement takes aren't as its tag. So think that is negative isn't, or negative aren't. For am also we can use aren't. We have to use aren't. I am a student, aren't I? Not amn't I, aren't I? So remember this. And sometimes we can use ain't I also, ain't, A-I-N apostrophe T. Look at the spelling, ain't. So am negative is aren't or ain't. Ain't is not used in formal English. It is not formal English. So in the exam, if a question is asked, you can use aren't, I aren't. Am I not is very formal. Some people use am I not. So without contract form also we can use. I am a very honest and humble being, aren't I? Not amn't I, aren't I? So it is a very formal one. Sentences that begins with let's. So you know a number of sentences beginning with the let's, imperative sentences. Let's take. So let's in the sense let us. So always as we is the subject. So let's take shall we as the question tag, whether it is negative or positive. Let's close our eyes and meditate for some time, shall we? So let's all go to the beach this evening, shall we? Even if it is negative, we can use the question tag, shall we? Sentences that begin with each of, either of, neither of, both of, and all of take plural pronouns as the subject in the question tag. So neither of my brothers helped me in the situation, did they? Neither is the negative, so we have to use the positive tag, did they? So first I said somebody, nobody, everything will be considered as plural. Here neither, either, both of, all of also considered as plural. Did they? All of us are not eligible to apply for this course, are we? So the punctuation I said to you already, a comma is added at the end of the statement and the tag begins with a small letter and ends with a question mark. So we can write along with the statement, put a comma in the end and then a small letter you will be using, then end with the question mark. Intonation, so that means rising intonation, falling intonation. When we use some question tag, we can use rising intonation or falling intonation based on its meaning. Question tags are usually asked for agreement when the speaker already knows the answer. Actually, the speaker is not expecting any answer from the listener. He just confirms himself, that's all. He himself knows the answer. Just for confirmation. Sometimes the speaker uses a tag question when he really wants to know the answer. Sometimes really he wants to know the answer, he may be expecting the reply. That is very rare case. If the speaker asks a real question, she uses a rising intonation. What is rising intonation? So the question will be, shall we? Isn't it? So you can feel that rising of intonation, rising the stress. If the speaker already knows the answer and expects only an agreement or confirmation, she uses a falling intonation. For example, isn't he? So when we use that question tag, you can feel that from up to down. The intonation, the stress will be coming from up to down. So she uses a falling intonation when he is using only for confirmation. Okay, nice. So I hope that all of you understood and you have two tasks in the textbook. So add suitable question tags to the following sentences and punctuate properly. So at least you can, if you can write the question tag alone and you can send it to me. Task 1 and task 2. Task 2 is slightly different. So once again, you can read the textbook. It is given in a detailed form. And if you have any doubt, you can ask me. And in the task 2, correct the error found in the question tag in each of the following. Already question tag is given, but it may not be correct. Something wrong in that. So instead of negative, it may be given positive, or instead of singular subject, uh, plural subject may be given, in a plural pronoun may be given, or some other difference will be there in the sentence in the question tag, that you can find out and write the correct question tag. So if you don't have the textbook, you can write in the rough notebook and you can send it to me. These two tasks, task 1 and task 2. So we have not met for so many days, that's why so I displayed my image also. So just watch the video very carefully, then you can respond to me. I expect each and everyone go through the video and listen properly. Don't expect answer from others. Be genuine. So it's very easy. If you listen to it, you can find out the answers very easily. Thank you so much. Thank you, children.